property tax played an important role in assisting small businesses, helps us retain existing businesses, and also helps us to attract new and expanding businesses. And so I have a two-part question for you. And the first part is, how can we use our existing tax policy and take advantage of that policy to attract new business? Secondly, would there be any changes or modifications to our current local tax policy that you would suggest as the new mayor that would also help us to go out and attract new business and retain business?
Well, obviously, as been alluded to before, the setback of commercial property tax by the legislature last year will help us compete with Omaha in this particular area, and that will help small businesses as well as large business. But that's only one component of it. I mean, obviously, we have relatively low utility rates compared to Nebraska, and so there are a lot of things that go into this. But the property tax and property taxes for the city are one of the major funding sources. And so what we need to do is to look within the city government, and when I talk about change in city government, what I mean is to try to look at ways that we can be more efficient, ways that we can hopefully find savings within city government now, either to reinvest into the services we're providing, or at the same time maybe to manage and keep the property taxes as low as possible. So commercial property tax is one part of that. Residential property taxes is the other part. The city in the past years has lowered the levy, lowered the mill levy, but because of valuations and so on, people's property taxes have actually gone up because their properties have been valued at a higher level. So we need to be very cognizant and very tough on trying to maintain city services while keeping that property tax burden, particularly for the residential taxpayers, down as low as possible, and then use the advantage, the small advantage we'll get from the commercial property tax being reduced to our best of our ability to try to entice more industry, more business, and expanding business here.
In the last 7 years, the city government council Bluffs, with the mayor's budget approved by the city council, has either froze the levy 2 times and 5 times lowered the levy. And anybody who knows the valuation for your property taxes are the result of a formula, which is valuation times levy. So as your valuation goes up, your property taxes can go up. And I have people tell me that, my valuation keeps going up. And as a banker, I say, is that a problem? You've got your most valuable asset is increasing in value. If I do that at a bank, with their deposits, they're very happy. But, so we've done some good things. We've improved the city. We've kept the levy low. You've seen dramatic changes over 18 years. Brent alluded to it earlier that the town's in great shape. People are proud of the town. What people are not is in tune with what's going on as they should be. I was very disappointed that approximately 500 people voted in the school board election. School board now is the highest taxing authority in the city of Council Bluffs. Only 500 people bothered to vote in that election. In the recent city council primary, about 1,900 people voted. People need to get back in touch with what's going on, and they need to keep an eye on their government representation. We'll continue to keep the levy low. We're going to have to struggle a little bit to get the economic development, because if you live in Iowa, if you live in Council Bluffs and you have the identical building in Nebraska, you'll pay double the commercial property tax. Now, a 10% reduction on 100% overtaxation is not adequate. It will be difficult to recruit new business, but we're going to go after them to do that. There's 3 taxing authorities that make your tax bill. And I got a question from the board of realtors. You raised our property taxes 8% last year. That's not true. The county raised your taxes a substantial amount. I think this year the school district actually lowered their taxes a little, but they had increased. And another interesting taxing equation is if you live in the Council Bluffs School District versus the Wood Central School District, your taxes are 11% higher. There's only one variable in that equation, and that's the school district.
I'm gonna have to cut you off here.
That's not all their fault, it's that we have low property valuation in the Council Bluffs we need to bring